Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So there's another trailer for the Rescue Rangers movie.
Yeah.
And it's just god-awful. This is one of the worst things that's been done by like a major corporation. Yeah, of course there's always movies that are like, low budget and they're awful, like a talking cat and stuff like that where it just sucks.
Yeah.
This is Disney putting out something that is literally one of the worst things I've ever seen Disney ever put out. It's like G-Force. Remember that with the hamsters?
Yeah. It's a very lowbrow, no magic to it at all.
Yeah, nothing. There's nothing. The only thing Disney about this is the characters.
Yeah. You could, and like I said, this is something I would expect DreamWorks to do with Shrek or something.
Yeah.
Shrek
comes to Earth.
Yeah. That's what I expect. Not from Disney, where these characters that everyone loves, they're going to see, and they're going to literally make fun of, trash on, or make them look weird.
Yeah. I don't...
In a negative way. In a super negative way, which is bizarre.
So, I don't know, because in the other trailer, we saw Roger Rabbit. He exists. So, is this a spin-off of that? Or was Roger Rabbit a movie in this world and Roger Rabbit's just an actor? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, how meta is this supposed to be?
Right, because if you show Roger Rabbit, it makes me want to hint to the fact that it is based on that kind of universe. So the Toons are characters that are drawn, but they come to life and they have careers and stuff like that.
Yeah, they can choose to work
or not.
But the Roger Rabbit was back in the 1940s, so this is 80 years later?
Yeah.
I mean, literally...
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, before we started the podcast, in anything, I like there to be rules. What are the rules of this world? How do Toons work? Obviously, Toons can die. If it's a Roger Rabbit world,
they can die.
The dip. Basically, it's like a paint thinner. So that kills them. But you can't kill a Toon because they go flat, unless they're like I wonder if they work by the rules of how they were created, because there's plenty of cartoons where it's not silly. So if you dropped an anvil like on Go-Go 13, would he die? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Does he just die?
Well, or even with the Toons, with the Jackals? The weasels.
They laughed themselves.
But see, that would be funny. See, I think that would be interesting if you actually had like serious cartoons in the real world. How would that work?
Right.
Would the same rules apply?
They showed anime.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So it does count. So yeah.
Yeah. So they did show. So there's going to be like serious, the Wolf Brigade Jinro as a goes to show walking around.
Yeah, you see Jinro and Roger Rabbit. They're totally different things.
So I don't understand the rules of the world. That everything's just a stupid joke.
Right.
Yeah.
And Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers wasn't this big phenomenon. It just wasn't. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't Ninja Turtles.
No.
So they this world makes it that Chip and Dale was this huge success. What the hell is this? Would make more sense for Chip and Dale themselves to be super famous because they did other things for Disney.
Yes, they
were. But this
yeah.
makes it look like they only did Rescue Rangers and nothing else.
Right.
Wouldn't they be more famous for all the cartoons they did with Donald Duck?
And Mickey Mouse, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true, definitely.
And also they had done other shows too, where they were the side characters or whatever. Yeah,
it's not even bigger than DuckTales.
Yeah.
So how can it's not even bigger than its own little universe it was in?
Yeah, this tiny little sub.
Yeah.
Thing. So I don't know what they're getting at with this the movie setup, but we see that the villain is Peter Pan and he's older. Well, if Roger Rabbit was back 80 years ago and he doesn't look any older, why did Peter Pan get older?
Yeah. Right. And then you go back to the Roger Rabbit theory of if it's the same universe, Betty Boop was in it, and Betty Boop was way 19.
Yeah, that was
30. She was in the 1920s and 30s.
1920s and 30s. So if this was to take place in 40s, she would have been 50.
So what are the rules? See, that's and here's a tragic story. Most people, it's the dark side of Disney. The voice actor for Peter Pan, they used to use the kid. Well, that kid, 2 months after the film released, you grow up. So his voice got deeper because he went through puberty, and Disney dropped him like a bad habit. He was gone. Mm-hmm. No money, no nothing, no residuals, nothing. He ended up going through life kind of like drugs and drinking, and he died in his 30s. So now you have a Peter Pan where his voice is deeper.
And he kind of looks kind of...
Yeah, like a fat guy who kind of fell down hard on his times, but he's still trying to be Peter Pan.
He's wearing the outfit and everything.
So are they making fun of that guy?
Or even worse, they're gonna use that plot line.
Yeah, like they kicked me out.
They'll do it a little bit lighter tone, but still going to be that same kind of...
Like, they kicked me out.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's going after the other Toons?
Yeah. Because they never, like, changed or whatever.
But that's a real person. He really died.
I know. That's what makes it
I
horrible.
hope that's not what it is, but I think it's inspired by it.
Yeah.
I really do.
They're not crazy.
That's really dark.
What the F? That was a real person.
Yeah.
Right. Because at that point, are we going to get some... Because the way the story of Dead Spacing off of that, I know it's just our rumor, but we're like, that's like 7 level stuff, you know, like in 7? Like that, where like that person just goes crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's ridiculous. And that's just like everything, and then their voices... Because in one scene, they have the squeaky voices.
Yeah.
Which sound perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Andy Samberg and what's-his-face. And I don't like the voices. It doesn't look right coming out of their bodies. I just hate it.
Right. They should still have the squeaky voices. I want that. I'm sorry, I want that.
Then, you know, like, Chip became like an insurance agent. But if you're a cartoon, you wouldn't need insurance. I guess for other people, because you can't die.
Yeah.
So... that's like the joke, and then like they're getting things, so they're like helping each other, and they're like, "Oh, the Rescue Rangers are back," but that was just a show. It wasn't real. Mm-hmm. See, it would have made more sense if the Rescue Rangers were real, and then they stopped being popular, and then like, and then they get the game back together. But it was a show.
Right. I think would have been better, and would have been funnier if they made a reality TV show. Like, it was kind of real, but wasn't real, and then you could have played off of that.
They followed them around.
That could have played off of that.
But they showed that they're writing the script.
Yeah, so it's not, So, that would have been funny.
That would have solved the thing of, like, the reality TV shows weren't very popular anymore. Yeah. Even for Toons, like, do some setup. Making fun of the CGI, because remember, I think the movie, like, Beowulf was great. Yeah. I thought that was cool. But no, he's called Dead Eyes. How many times are you going to make that joke? Because in the other trailer, where are you looking? I can't. Your eyes look weird. How many times are they gonna make that joke?
I don't know how many. These are the jokes. The best jokes in the trailer. Yeah, no one's gonna be laughing in the movie. No.
Well, luckily this is just going to Disney Plus.
Disney
no
Plus.
way this is going to theaters. There's no way.
That's the only way anyone's watching, because it's free and it's there.
Yeah, and you're gonna probably put advertisements. Hey, watch our thing.
Yeah, it'd be up on the page. Brand new today.
Yeah.
So, Peter Pan is kidnapping Toons for what reason?
I don't
know.
Holding
ransom? Is he going to try to make a super cartoon machine? Is it going to be
Is he going to try to use their youth to like turn himself back?
Do they make that reference to like the Dip? Do they make that reference to Judge Doom? Do they make?
They should.
Do they make a reference to that, or like he's trying to like do something with that? Because if you're going to use Roger Rabbit, let's use it.
Yeah.
Don't just have him in for 5 seconds and like, oh, that's a thing, and then just leave it at that.
The jokes aren't funny. We got a scene with, I guess he has control of the Coca-Cola polar bear, or is it the polar bear from the Golden Compass? I don't know, but
or the polar bear from the icy sludge.
Yeah, is it him?
Yeah, from the icy machine.
But he's 3D, so I'm assuming it has to be something that was already 3D, because I guess you can get 3D surgery to look better.
Yeah.
But the 2D animation. It's just 3D animation with the cell shade filter. They should have done actual real 2D animation.
Right, if you're going to do that, like you said, take it to the hilt. Do it all the way.
Because Roger Rabbit had that, right?
Real 2D animation.
2D, yeah.
I don't know. Then there's a joke. Well, again, where's Gadget? She has to be part of the villain plot.
Yes, she does.
But she's really the one pulling the strings, and Peter Pan is just the underling.
Yeah.
But that's ridiculous.
The lieutenant.
Because, everything about Chip and Dale, how come my name wasn't on there? Because remember, and then Monterey Jack is just like a strung out crackhead for cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cheese is like an addiction.
That was in the other trailer. What the hell? So they're trying to make a reference to became a druggie?
I know.
What the hell is this movie?
I don't know.
I don't want any kid to watch this.
I'm going to be honest with you. Do the people making this hate Chip and Dale? I mean, do they, or they just love them? Because I don't see any
They hate all Disney.
Yeah, they don't have no lightness, none of the lightheartedness and fun that Roger Rabbit had. None of it.
And you would think that you would do a nice little like modern version of the actual theme song. I have not heard the theme song once.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Small crimes, small times, slipping through the cracks. It doesn't have any of that.
Nope.
Again, I didn't see Zip. The fly.
Yeah.
And I always saw, I don't know if he was in the first trailer, but Monterey Jack is just a strung out crackhead, and so he can't help.
Right.
They haven't shown Gadget except for like when the times were good. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a feeling either she's going to be the main villain or doing something really smart.
Or she got to control that cult.
Yeah.
There's a cult in Russia that loves Gadget.
That loves Gadget.
I bet you they're going to implement that because it's an internet thing.
At this point, the fact that they brought up the Chippendales dancers,
yeah, which I think is inappropriate.
They brought up Peter Pan being this drunken loser. I wouldn't put it past them that she's like a leader of that cult.
There was an episode where she got addicted to soda,
which was pretty funny. And
like you have to be baptized in the sun. It's such a funny episode.
That one is very interesting because it deals with cult stuff, but in like a lighthearted way, but still very.
Because she felt like, well, they loved me and they cared about me. No, they just were manipulating you. But at the same time, when you're feeling lonely, if someone's like accepting to you,
right.
It's a good episode.
It's a very good episode. Also, I could see why she would kind of a little bit because again, she would make all the gadgets, but no one would ever really be like, oh, there, thanks, Gadget. But that was. Kind of,
and all Chippendale did was take turns trying to hit on her.
Yeah, and then also goof off and get win the solve the case basically.
And the joke at the end was Peter Pan's like, oh, I liked Alvin and the Chipmunks better. And that's how he talks. That's his voice. Oh my god, my balls itch. I can only imagine.
Why can't it just be like Peter Pan when he was flying around and being healthy and skinny and that would at least been better than this. Why is he?
They're like, oh, you're a monster. Well, Alvin and the Chipmunks and Chippendale Rescue Rangers were totally different shows.
Yeah.
That's like someone saying, I was more of a Star Trek guy, and they're talking to a guy who's a Power Rangers. Like, there's just totally different shows. Like, why would that... They wouldn't...
Because they're both rodents? That's the only thing. It's so stupid. Like, that's it.
But the shows are so different, though.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Then they do a whole Jinx thing where they're saying the same thing, and it goes on painfully long. And I'm thinking... Why is this in the movie? They never did that. That kind of gag was never in any Chippendale thing.
Also, I want to find the person that laughed at that joke. And then I could be like, why was this funny?
I think
seriously. I'm being Batman. Why? Boom, punch him in the face.
I swear to me.
I only watched some of the cartoon Rescue Rangers, but from what I could tell, the jokes are more physical. They weren't that kind of stick stuff.
Yeah. It wasn't shtick.
It wasn't sticky stuff. That's the problem.
You're too sticky.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is for people who hate Disney and want to make fun of Disney. Remember those old cartoons? They were stupid.
But the funny part is, Disney's hiring them. Why?
I don't know. So they can because this is just what you get when you hire everyone who hates you. I don't know.
You
hate yourself. You secretly hate yourself.
I don't think I'm gonna watch this. I really.
Oh my god! I'm again because I again what's not called Red Panda Turning Red. I did on Twitter I was doing my live reactions to each scene. I don't know. Maybe I do that again. I don't know. It was awful.
You know what? Maybe we should do that just to get our live.
Because oh my goodness.
I know.
So is that Viking guy gonna help them out?
I think so. I don't know.
Is that fucking supposed to be like a Lord of the Rings reference?
No, I think it's a reference to Beowulf. Remember when Robert Zemeckis was making those 3D films? Like Polar Express. Oh, those kids are creepy. You're an idiot. The same people who thought Teddy Ruxpin is scary. You're just a moron.
Yeah.
And you're just saying because everyone else said it. I can only imagine how much money they spent on this. Because again, it looks like and then there's a cop, but he's like claymation.
Yeah. It's like Gumby.
I don't know what's the reference to that. And I also, when I saw the whole cop angle, and they're playing, it's so funny, we've gone this long, we haven't even really talked about the trailer too much, but the actual music is like some Cardi B freaking shake your booty kind of song.
Generic, why is this on here?
And it's like, in that song, I'm pretty sure it has dirty lyrics.
It probably does.
But, when I saw the cop angle, it kind of reminded me, I think it was Seth MacFarlane, or was it Matt Stone? I forget who it was, but they did like an adult Muppets thing where they were having sex and everything, and it was just very, but this kind of looks like that but light, where they're gonna make tons of almost adult jokes, where this is the kid version of that kind of story. We're they're tunes, but they do these other things.
But the difference is they were just all their own creation puppets. They weren't legacy characters.
They weren't Peter Pan of all characters.
So I think that's the whole Peter Pan thing is just in bad taste, because the way that the guy died. Yeah, you could have picked other people.
You could have picked, I don't know, even the Captain Hook would have been better.
Well, not an actual villain.
Yeah, I know.
An actual cartoon villain.
No, we got to show all your favorite characters aren't so great. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, again, the whole Peter Pan kidnaps the kids and everything. Well, not in the Disney version, okay?
Right.
This isn't the
Grimm's fairy tale.
The Grimm's fairy tale version of that, But yeah, this thing's it's just awful, and it might be bad in where it actually makes you feel bad. See, when something's bad and you just laugh at how stupid it is, this is like actually goes out there to try to make you feel bad, which is I think something Disney. That's not Disney. That ain't you, man. That ain't your brand. That's ridiculous.
Not at all.
I have no idea.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.